one of the world's strongest men, and you had a kill. You were throwing a caper. Can you tell me a little bit about? I never threw a caper before, so this is honest. I'm asking. I'm not picking on you, but you know you said I tried to pick on you and I played too much. I'm not playing this time. I really want to know about the caper toss.
Yeah, back in those 80s, we did a lot of the Scottish Highland games, and the caper toss was one of the most difficult and challenging because they take a telephone pole, probably 20, 30 feet tall, weighing between 200 and 400 pounds, and you gotta snatch it up, carry it, run with it, and flip it over. 12 o'clock is a perfect throw. They might not have been 400 pounds, and they might not have been 30 feet tall, but they were big and they felt like it.
And that's all that matters, is how it feels. The technical aspect of it is not always the law. It's how it feels to each athlete. And we walk over here and remind the Denny Stones, very famous. We're going to get a little history on the Denny Stones. As you can see up close, very crude, steel ring, piece drilled into the stone. The smaller of the stones weighs 321 pounds. And I guess you can't say small when you say 321 pounds, but relatively. The other stone is 412 pounds.
413, not that it matters, but put those two together and try to lift them at the same time. There's the feat of strength we're going to try to do today.
Well, I mean, we're going to have more David Webster. Everybody knows who David Webster is, and you're a strongman fan. David Webster is going to come out and give a brief history on the Denny Stones and actually how he found them. The Denny Stones were missing for many, many years, and nobody knew where they were. And David Webster, a friend of his, actually went on a tour looking for them and found them. So it's a miracle to actually have them still. You can bring the camera in. Just stand back. You can zoom in on the page. There's a plaque that's built into the stones explaining the significance of it. It's very important to strongman history. These are like this is our history. So, today we get a little history lesson in the record breakers. Y'all hear us well over there? Give me a thumbs up. Can y'all hear us over here? Got a thumbs up in the back. I see you.
How about you guys over here? Can you hear this mic? It's all good? Do we need to turn it up like this? Or is it okay if we just talk like this? Mark, I guess we're going to have to turn it up today.
When you turned it up, Jan Todd did like this.
Sorry about that. Well, when we get started and these athletes put their great performance towards these implements and the record breakers for Rogue today, we sure will get excited right with them. I hope you do too. You guys good on this side? The speakers work pretty good for you? Fantastic. We're going to have a great day today.
I'm not listening to you.
Who was here yesterday? You had a treat, huh? Jerry Pritchett out of the park. Hafthor Bjornsson over the bar. Amazing stuff.
And now I'm looking down and Bill McKinney Images right here. Can y'all give the owners of Rogue a round of applause? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rogue Fitness. You're awesome. You really are.
Yesterday was awesome. We're going to actually have Steve Slater, when we get to the stones, he's going to explain how you make these monsters.
Okay.
So So
Katie,
everything will get a little
two owners of
education
the
to the
company are
crowd,
monitoring you.
and we're looking forward to getting that to you as
They're
soon as
watching.
possible.
They'll stay right there.
Guys, we're going to introduce to you the athletes. First from Norway, Mr. Åge Haugen. And from England, at 155 pounds, Mr. Stevie Shanks. And the good doctor, Bill Crawford, from the United States, 275 pounds. And on the end, in the black kilt, from England, 315 pounds, the man with the largest hands in strongman, Mr. Mark Felix. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, all of these men on the platform are over 50 years old. So let's give them a round of applause.
And Mark realized that Åge Haugen is 67 years young, and he keeps getting stronger.
Guys, y'all ready to go? All right, we're gonna start. We're going to have, first up, I guess, is going to be Åge. And we're going to have Lloyd Webster come up and give us a little history on the Denny Stones. I'll walk over here. Can you give a little history on the Denny Stones, sir?
The Denny Stones are called after a great Scottish athlete. He was called the first sporting superstar because way back in the Victoria's range in the 1800s, he had a sponsor. He traveled all over the world. He came to America. He was a good all-round athlete and a strong man. And before he went into that trade, his father was a stonemason who needed anchors when he was repairing a bridge in the northeast of Scotland. He used two big stones from which ropes were suspended and then a plank, and he was able to work on the bridge. And then he carried them to the other side, not long ways in the bridge, but to the other side of it. And these are the Denny stones that were used on that occasion. Same weight, same size, and it has now become famous. They were lost during the wars, between the two wars, and discovered back again about 1952. And so here they are, all the way from Scotland, about 3 weeks ago, the Denny Steens, or stones.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Let's hear it for David Webster.
And Mark, as we know, in this competition, each of these four athletes are going to try to pick up the stones. That's a Herculean effort at best, but they're going to hold it as long as they possibly can. And the winner, who holds them the longest, gets $5,000 from Rogue Fitness. That's a nice payday for a few seconds of holding these stones.
It's good work if you can get it. All right, this is called the lift and hold. So the guys are going to come. You'll see them use different techniques. Mr. Åge is ready. So we're going to stop talking and we're going to start doing some lifting.
We'll turn it over to our referees.
The judges are going to calculate the time. And as you can see, Hogue took a straddle. The first time was 6:04. 6:04.
That's a struggle just to get him up, huh, Mark? And I saw the right one that looked like he was readjusting. It looked like it was going to slip at 2 and 3 seconds. He regained his composure and held on for a total of 6.04.
Dr. Bill Crawford is making his approach. You'll see guys take a different approach in how they stand over the stones. And you'll see them adjust them and turn them and get them to where it's comfortable for them.
Mark, as we know, many of our stone lifters in history practice a great deal with the stones. Bill told me that he's been practicing, everything's going very well, and he feels like these stones are going to be easy for him because he's been training his tail off.
We're in a matter of seconds, we're going to find out. Looks like he has the arrangement of the stones the way he wants. He's going to go over there and put a little powder, a little chalk on his hands. And these gentlemen are not using tacky. And for those of y'all that don't know what tacky is, a really sticky substance. Helps you to hold on and grab stuff, and it gives you a little bit more grip, almost like straps. But you're not allowed to use that in this event.
As we know, just a shirt, just shorts, no super suit or deadlift suits, anything like that. Belts are allowed.
All right, guys, looks like he's ready. Unbelievable effort. Thank you, Dr. Bill.
Mark, this is incredible. We went from 6.2 by Ode Hogue to Bill Crawford at 28 seconds, .12. Wow! Now the story be told from a couple hundred years ago that Donald Denny picked up these stones and carried them across a bridge of 30 or 40 feet. I wasn't there, so I really can't see him doing it.
Well, we listen to the stories throughout history about strongman, and there's always been some truth to a lot of the stories.
Stevie Shanks here, Mark.
Yeah, Stevie's making his approach, he's getting him comfortable. Stevie is very familiar.
He weighs 155 pounds. This is phenomenal.
Stevie wants your help. He wants you to wake up. I know it's in the morning. Somebody had their coffee and some people didn't. You gotta wake up.
Go Stevie!
And he's up.
Come on, Stevie! Come on!
Great effort. Thank you, Stevie. .0 seconds. 04. Excuse me. Oh, what was the time?
4.04.
Okay.
Well, Mark Felix is up, and we know how much lifting Mark Felix has done. It's been an incredible amount. All the world's strongest man competitions he's been in, he's been remarkable wherever he goes. How much stone lifting like this he's done and practice? Probably it's minimal. But he can lift anything heavy, and he's got to hold this for a long time. He's got a fantastic grip. Let's all get behind him. Mark Felix from England.
Time to beat 28.2. Mark Felix has the largest hands maybe ever in strongman. He's up. He's anchored in.
Mark brings a whole new meaning to the word concentration.
I'm going to look over the shoulder of Kim Beckwell. He's right around 25 seconds. Still holding. Mark Felix, ladies and gentlemen.
It was close, Mark. I know it was close. It had to be either a second less or a second more. What do we get?
31-36. We got a new leader. And the winner, Mark Felix. $5,000 from the Rogue Record Breakers. But we're not done. We are not done. We still have other events. The men are going to reset. They're going to get everything fixed up, and then we'll be right back with you. As you can see, they're getting everything set up. Getting ready to put the circus dumbbell in effect. Miko Sabatinov from Bulgaria is the sole man that's been making an attempt today.
Now, Mark, we know over the last 2 days we had 5 events that Miko competed in. When we talk about the Rogue Record Breakers, usually for our athletes, it's over and above and tentative. Whether or not they want to do it, they have the capability, desire, determination, they want the cash, and their body has held up through these events. We know, of course, that we did the bale carry with 1,300 to qualify, and then up to 1,565 pounds over about 13 feet. We came back with the ramp, the timber walk, with 1,140 pounds up 35 feet in the ramp. And then the elephant bar deadlift, the amazing weights of over 1,000 pounds. Jerry Pritchett, the SBD athlete, did a fantastic lift for a world record. 11:30 or 10:31, I believe.
10:31.
Just incredible. Then the road sack over the bar. Heffler, as we know, went the 15 feet with a 100-pounder and was another record breaker. It was just fantastic events last night in the arena. The overhead with a log, the lightest one was 385. The heavy one, 430 pounds. Miko is the expert overhead. He did well last night. He's ready to go today. Maybe you can explain a little bit about the dumbbell, the rules, We know what it weighs. The existing weight was 310. This one's a little heavier.
Well, this event now, last year, as we said, he broke the world record at 310 pounds. Now it's moved up, as you can see, 312 pounds. So Miko is trying to invest the record breaker from last year, which he set. So this is his house, and he's going to go out here and show y'all why it's his house. There's another smaller one. I don't think that he's going to even attempt the small one. And I say small relative. We always say the word small. And let's just say, Miko didn't even look over here. He came straight to the man, straight to the big one, and we're going to see him lift it. He's over there getting himself ready. He's got his headphones on. I'm not sure exactly what he's listening to. We might have to ask him afterwards. But I'm sure that he'll make a valiant effort. And let's hope for him to get the record, and let's cheer him up.
It's going to take 260 first. Mark, this is interesting. The amateur Josh Reynolds is going to come out and take on the 260 and see if he can put that over his head.
Yes.
Steve Slater just tossing the rope dumbbells around like they're nothing. There goes your back and hamstrings, right, buddy? All the time, energy, and effort that Steve Slater has put into Rogue Barbell, along with his own hardware store, and the strongman events that they put together. Steve Slater, thank you so much for all you do. Round of applause for Steve and his team.
Guys, this is Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds won the amateur. He's been competing for 2 days. I know he's tired, but he wanted to come out here and try this in front of the audience. And I guarantee you it takes a lot to do that. So let's give it up for him, and let's see if he can do it.
Legs, use your legs. Strong, power. Oh yeah! Yeah!
All right, Josh. Josh is a very young guy too, so he's got a lot of years to perfect this implement.
And what a beautiful effort that was, Mark. You saw how Ode Hogan, our referee, was right on top of that, with that dumbbell. Just that second, it was locked out, his feet were secured. It was a down signal and a good lift, but it sure was tough.
It definitely was, and the fact that he didn't let it drop shows it like almost a veteran-like, but not like time.
And look at the size of the handle on that thing. It's larger than a Coke can.
Well, it looked like Mr. Steve Slater is moving it out of the way. The 260. And is going to pull out the 312, the world record for the Rogue record breaker. That's an unbelievable strategy, Mr. Steve Slater. I think I'd have rolled it. We like to have a good time, guys. Are y'all having a good time? I mean, I don't know if I've had many moments in my career that was more exciting and more fun than being on this stage at the Arnold Strongman Classic. I can tell you that from my heart. And I know these guys are really enjoying the fact that they get love and respect for what they do. And that's all because of y'all. So thank you very much.
Well, Mark Henry, you know what it's like to be a champion. You know what it's like to be the Arnold's strongest man. Can you imagine what it's like inside those earphones with Miko right now? He can't hear me and you. He's about to take on his own world record of 310 pounds. As he walks this earth, it shakes beneath him. He's the king of anything overhead with one dumbbell. He's amazing, and he's about to break his own world record.
Right now, we got another challenger, another young guy with a long, long future ahead of him. He's been competing in the Arnold Strongman Classic for the last 2 days. He's had a little issue with his back from his pull and the deadlift, but I think if he hear you cheer for him, that he might just be able to get this up. Come on, young man.
Marius.
He's going to make another attempt. Showing a lot of heart.
Marius Kilikowski from Poland. Let's do this. Get behind him, ladies and gentlemen.
There's been a lot of guys, I'm sure, out there that can bench 315 pounds with 2 arms.
Mark, that by Judge Hogan is called a successful lift. He just did 312 for a successful lift. That's awesome. A lot of technique there, wouldn't you
Steve, I'm
say?
going to help you out a little bit.
A lot of technique with that, Mark.
You know what? I saw he did a very deep squat to push off. I think that you have more success, you get more bone on bone and lean back on your heels and go down, but he was able to do it. I can't knock the technique.
I saw a great leg drive, and as he snapped to the top of his arms, like he dipped underneath it and caught it and stood back up for the success. Here comes Miko.
Here comes Miko, the world record holder, the current world record holder, attempting to take it up.
Dietmar, 17 off. The current world record holder at 310. It's just been broken. Great power there, Mark. Didn't quite catch the balance at the top.
Yeah, most definitely. Didn't get the balance, but I'm sure he'll slide that to the middle a little bit. Let's hear it from Miko. Come on. He's going to reset, rechalk. We got 90 seconds.
Determination, desire, drive, power, conviction. Dietmar, 17 off.
Let's hear it for him, guys.
Great effort, 3
A lot of
times.
effort.
Young Josh is going to take an attempt at this.
It's always awesome to me to see the amateurs come on the stage with the pros, and they put out the effort, and they want to show that they want to be a pro one day. This man is built like a trunk of an oak tree.
Josh has placed third in the amateur so far. He'll be on the final stage later today.
Go, young man, go. So close. Josh Reynolds from the USA. Valiant effort.
It sure was. Nice effort, Josh.
Keep working.
Good luck later today. So, for our Rogue Circus dumbbell of 312 pounds, and our record breakers by Rogue, Gielikowski wins. Mateus Gielikowski wins the event and $5,000. I wouldn't have suspected that. What a fine young athlete. Everyone said he is the future of strongman. What do you think of that, Mark?
Most definitely. I mean, without a doubt. At 24 years old, you know the great Al Order, 3-time gold medalist in the Olympics in the disc. He told me when I was 25, 26, he was like, oh, you're not even strong yet. You haven't got that old man strength. As soon as he gets about 28 to 31, he's going to be unbelievable. And maybe all the records will go down.
Well, we hope and we pray that he doesn't have any serious injuries and he's able to keep putting the hard work and the effort into strongman to improve day after day and year after year.
So we're going to move on to the manhood stone.
Well, we know the manhood record is 550 pounds, owned by 4 times World's Strongest Man, 3 times Arnold's Strongest Man, Brian Shaw. And now he's going to attempt a new world record. Tell us about it, Mark.
Well, I talked to Mr. Steve Slater earlier about the manhood stone, and he's going to give us a brief description of what it takes to make the stone and the significance of the stone. And definitely you can, once he gets his guys in order, he'll come over here and join us.
So Mark, what you're saying is Steve Slater made this stone.
Yeah, this is the Steve Slater stone, and he's going to explain everything here in just a second. He's a busy man. Let's give it up for his crew. These guys have been working all week. When I say all week, I mean they didn't start when the strongmen started 2 days ago. They started at the beginning of the week, bringing all the stuff over here, experimenting with it, and a lot of these guys are strongmen in their own right.
Mark, they're affectionately known as the Rogue Boss Crew.
I'm going to ask some questions about this hammer that Steve is holding in his hand. It looked like it's from the turn of the century. So here's the boss. We're going to ask a few questions. Can you explain how you make this implement?
Yeah, sure. We at Slater's Hardware, we manufacture stone molds, which are just forms so you can create your own Atlas stone. And so I used, this one right here is a 21-inch Atlas stone mold. Typically it would weigh a 360. So Let's do the math. How much lead is in there? 460, 560. 200 pounds of lead. Okay, so this is one dense, heavy stone meant for the world champions. So let's see what Brian will do today.
So is there a way that, like, if somebody wanted to buy one of these, that they can get it?
Yeah, we offer the stone molds for sale, and you can get those at slatershardware.com. So we can ship these all over the world. They don't weigh a whole lot of weight, the molds. So yeah, Iceland, Norway, the moon, it doesn't matter. Your home address, you know, if you want a stone, you can get one.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. Let's give it up for Steve Slater and his group.
Now, Mark, these stones have quite a rich history. I can remember 30 years ago when they had the Atlas stones. Some of them went from 240 up to 365 pounds. At that time, there wasn't much called tacky or glue to hold on to the stone. So they were natural stones. But the record stayed around 365 and 400 for quite a long time. I have to say that you're looking at somebody who set the first record, second time I ever saw him.
Let's hear it for Bill Kazmaier.
But the sport in all the events has really evolved. And now to believe that someone can go over 500 pounds is basically ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And Brian is probably the kind of guy who's looking at 6, and we don't know, he may have already done it. He hasn't told anybody about it, but 560 pounds, I think it's going down today.
Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward for ridiculous.
You know, Mark, we're getting somebody else who's going to try it also.
You know, Martins has been injured as well. He's got a lot of problem in his shoulder.
Yep.
But for him to come out here, it just shows so much heart.
He's got the back for it.
He's unbelievably strong in his back.
Yes, he is.
I just hate the fact that he's not 100%.
He'll be the first one trying it then.
All right, guys, we got Martins. Okay. You got it, Mark. Martins will be the first to make his attempt.
Martins Lises.
As you can see, the flexibility in his hips and back, and having long arms allows you to get in a position to be able to lift the stones. I know everybody's looking with disbelief just as I am, but let's let him hear something out there.
Those are 3 tries. He gave it what he had.
He's not been able to lift it, guys.
Right arm's got to give him a problem, Mark.
Thank you for your attempt, brother. You're showing a lot of heart, and we all respect that.
Let's go, Brian!
Making his approach to the stone is the current world record holder from the United States, your Arnold Strongman champion, Brian Shaw.
Showing some serious arm protection there, Mark. We know this stone can tear you up if you don't protect your arms. All right, let's get behind Mark. Get behind him here, Mark. What do you say?
I'm ready.
The whole crowd.
It's about as excited as I've been all week.
Brian Shaw is such a technician. At 6'8", at 420 pounds plus, he's the master of strongman. 4 times the world's strongest man. 3 times the Arnold champion. Here he is, 560 pounds. Getting set for the stone, getting the right tacky on it. The master is at work, prepping so that everything is just right. Mark, believe it or not, the tacky has been developed in such a way where they have hot weather tacky, cold weather tacky, medium temperature tacky, and if you get it wrong, and you have the wrong tacky in the summertime, whoop, it slips right out of your hands.
Wow. I tell you what, Bill, I like taffy. Body by taffy. You see that? Somebody else is body by taffy. I'm not by myself.
I'll get you a jar of that, Mark. What flavor do you want? This is pine pitch, kind of a pine scent.
Not a fan of that.
Mark, as you can see, and you know very well, it's an extremely serious matter. Brian has put his body through literal hell over the last 2 days. For him to have the energy left to pick up a stone and break his own record here at 560 is phenomenal. But he's bringing it in. Look at him, the energy's coming into that vessel.
He just now put his mouthpiece in. He didn't have his mouthpiece in just a minute ago. He was just testing it. Now he's ready. That's the energy that you see.
Champion of champions. You're looking at the greatest strongman we've ever seen right here, right now, about to display his colossal strength.
This man right now is feeling bulletproof. He's walking to that stone, and he's with every intention of throwing it over that bar.
Let's go, Brian!
Let's go, champ. You see the technique he's sitting in? And throws the ball over. Throws the stone over, not just place it. I think you are absolutely right. If there's a 600-pound stone somewhere, that man can lift it.
Brian Shaw, incredible feat. What about that 600? Could you do it? That was 560. Congratulations. Tell us about it.
The question is, do you think I can do 600?
I know Brian Shaw very well. I've been following you since the beginning of your career, and I've been blown away every time you hit the platform. You could do 610 if you wanted to.
Well, I keep coming back. I've had that record since 2010, and I broke it, and I broke it, and I broke it. So, you know, I got to hand it. Here's the deal. Martin stepped up, and I have a lot of respect for him because he came out here and he gave that an attempt. There's not a lot of other men that wanted to do it. He's the only one. So, I want to see it back in the contest. I said that last year. I'm going to keep saying it again and again.
Well, we know who to talk to. That's Dr. Terry Todd and Jen Todd. They make the decisions. But what an incredible performance today. A great job at 560. A new world record breakers, world record. Congrats.
Thank you, Cass. I want to say, number one, thanks to Steve Slater and his crew of guys. They're up here. They deserve a round of applause. They've been working their asses off all contests here. And then I seriously want to say I haven't got to talk this year very much, but this crowd, Columbus, you guys are awesome. rock. Thank you so much for all your support. It's amazing.
Brian Shaw, you've done things that are incredible throughout your career. Something I did some 35 years ago was wear a TMJ mouthpiece splint. You found one, and you're using it. I mean, tell everybody what you're doing dialing in that jaw.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that I do is calculated. I do things professionally. I take this very seriously, as you can see, and everything I do from the mouthpiece to footwear. I mean, there's so much stuff guys don't even know about that I'm doing, but you know, if you want to be the best, you got to commit yourself and you got to do those things.
So, you're a fantastic champion, and so is Mark Henry, who is also a former champion here on stage. I know he's got a few questions for you. Thanks so much.
You know what? It's not so much a question, it's more of a statement. Being a father, I know what it feels like to perform in front of your family. And I saw your beautiful little boy out there and your wife. And I wanted to ask you, like, does that motivate you to do better?
Well, obviously you just said it. I mean, without a doubt, this is the first Arnold my son's ever been to. And I mean, it's just something he won't know right now, but later on he'll realize what his dad did here. And it certainly motivates me and inspires me and pushes me to new levels. And it's amazing. I mean, to be able to compete in front of my family, my parents are here. I've got so many friends and fans. I mean, it's incredible. It's awesome.
I tell you what, bro, listen, if you do a 600-pound stone, they should name it the Shaw Stone. And if anybody beats it, then they get to rename it. So I think that you can do a 600-pound stone right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing you get that record again and break it again and keep it the Shaw Stone. And long after we're all gone, that record will still stand. I think that. Thank you very much.
I just want to say thanks to Rogue. Also, this is a Rogue record breaker that put so much into all the equipment and supporting Strongman. It's been amazing. So thank you to Rogue, and then I also want to say thank you to Slingshot. They're a big sponsor of mine, and they kicked in some money for me here to break this stone record today too. So big thanks to Rogue, big thanks to Slingshot. Awesome companies. Go support them for sure.
That's very awesome. Thank you, Brian Shaw. Let's hear it for Brian Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. And let's hear it for Rogue for making sure that this is possible. Thank you very much from the bottom of our heart, Strongman.
And let's hear it for Mark Henry, one of the best interviewers in all of WWE.
You almost said WWF.
That's because I'm an old guy. I go way back.
I tell you what, guys, we joke around a lot, but there would be no me if it wasn't for Bill Kazmaier, for the Rick Holtz, for all of the greats that came before me. You don't get here by yourself. And these guys, they get to see a positive example all the time. I will always make sure that I stay available to these young guys, and I'm going to boost them as much as I can. They're the stars now.
What's nice for me, Mark, is that I stood on top of the mountain many years ago. I'm still up there. I'm trying to help every athlete and his quest to ascend that mountain. And that's my biggest desire and motivation is to help others. I'm glad you're doing the same thing. It's a remarkable experience to help people the way you are.
Thank you very much. If you know somebody that you feel like needs help, whether it's in strongman or just in life, we appreciate it if you went out and did that. Take that upon yourself and enjoy y'all weekend.
Well, Mark, let's take that just one step further. We know that a champion of champions is somebody who does help others. We have one event left, ladies and gentlemen. As our boss team is going to set up the platform, we are going to do the 56-pound weight over the bar, the Rogue Record Breakers, for a $5,000 prize money. I'm not sure which athletes are going to try it, but I know Hafthor Bjornsson for sure, as he broke the record last year, Mark. he's going to try to break his own record again this year.
Most definitely. We're streaming live on Facebook Live, so you can go in. There's one more event left. Like, go on and check all the film out so far. We're going to show replays on the Road Record Breaker website. We're going to get ready right now. Let them get the platform taken care of for the last one.
Mark, to set the stage here, Hafthor Bjornsson did 19.6 last year for the world record. 30 years ago, I set the record at 18.3. That's gone a long ways in 30 years, hasn't it?
Listen, it did not go very far in that amount of time, but I'm looking forward to seeing
When I
can best itself.
When I first broke the world record, it was 16 feet even. And I broke it the first time I saw it with a 16.1. Point being, that's a long ways up. When we watch this standard now at 19.6, and he's going to try to go over it, that's way, way up in the air. And 56-pound weight, called the half hundred, is a lot of weight.
Well, I guess we're going to have to sit here and wait because I'm getting everything ready. They just took the big platform down, taking all the big weights down. My breath is not that bad.
Too much power, Mark. We'll let everybody rest for a minute or two. What do you say? We'll take a break, get it all set up. We'll be back with you for the Road 56 over the bar in our record breakers attempt. The final event of today. Sokowitz, 19 foot 2 inches. That's awesome. Good job. So, Bill. So, Mike, that was in a full game, wasn't it? You did all the Highland games and then ended in the 56 with a world record of 19.2. Good stuff.
How's everybody doing? We're checking for a pulse. Do we have a pulse out there? Got a pulse over here. We have a pulse over here? We have a pulse over here. All right. Well, the big man is going to take a practice throw of 17 feet. And then we're going to move the bar up to the record height at 19.6. So we're going to wait and let him get his practice throw. Bill, can you tell me more about your experiences throwing? You said that you...
Yep. Ton of back strength, a lot of leg power, real smooth stroke between the legs, and instantaneously, at that moment, when you feel the greatest amount of power, and you're at the bottom, boom! You launch that thing with beautiful trajectory. It comes off your fingertips and sails over the bar.
If that were to hit you in the head, it would be over.
Yeah, most guys are smart enough to stay out of the way, Mark.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm over here with you. I'm over here with the smart guy.
Well, so many times in the past, Mark, when I went to Highland Games, of course, they play a lot of bagpipes. The first time I arrived at the Bryn Mawr Games, and the world record being 16-1, they started playing Amazing Grace for me. And as they did play that Amazing Grace, my feet started to come off the ground. I had goosebumps. There were tears in my eyes. And I took that weight, never seen it before, and boom, world record. The pipes help.
The pipes help.
They really do. They're the highest sound the human has been able to create. It's almost a mystical sound. Guys were driven mad and went into war and battle under the sounds of the pipes and the playing.
All right. I hope I don't fall under the spell and go over there and try to throw myself. I get fired up real easy, Bill. I'm telling you, I get fired up.
Well, I think they're going to start playing for us here pretty quick.
The bar is moving up.
So the record mark is 19 feet and 6 inches. We're going to go up over an inch, 19.7 for the road, 56 over the bar, record breakers for $5,000 prize money.
I'm excited.
You know, far greater than the prize money is the prestige to be the world record holder in the 56 over the bar. It felt great for me. My record lasted about 10 years.
Well, let's see what this man can do here. I think that it might last longer. He's all tuned up and ready to go.
Hafthor Bjornsson has the power to throw it well over 20 feet. This is 19 feet 7 for breaking his own world record.
You hear the pipes?
Looked like a toy. I'd say it sailed about 21 feet or more. And it happened so fast. It's over. He broke the world record. Congratulations, Hafthor Bjornsson. Oh, come on. I was fired up. That was 18. Another warm-up. Now we're going to the record. 18.7 for now. 19.7. Boy, am I mixed up. I think I got hit in the head with a 56 way back in the day. Mark, let's straighten this out. That first warm-up was 17 feet. Then we went to 18 feet. Now we're going
19.7.
Thank you so much. I don't want to make another mistake.
You know, we don't always get the memo. You know, we get told there's going to be one practice throw. We know it's actually 2 practice throws. So we can only report the news.
Thank you for saving me on that one, Mark.
It's not your fault. Don't internalize that. Guys, can y'all say, "Oh"? See, they with you.
I feel better now.
The guys are going to remeasure, and then they'll be getting ready for 19.7. Great job. I tell you what, I was getting fired up over there. Phil was lying.
A little bit of break here. I just wanted to introduce you to Mike Zolkowitz. Mike, come on over here and say hi. Mike is a renowned Highland Games thrower in a full meet. How high did you throw?
My best right now has been 19 feet 2 inches.
19.2 in a full meet. And that deserves a shout out. How about a round of applause for Mike? Not many guys doing that. Congratulations. Thanks for coming up and saying hi. What do you think of this if he throws 19.7 for world record? How impressed are you as a current day thrower?
I saw the very first time he ever picked up the weight, and he was able to throw 20 feet the very first day out.
Amazing stuff, huh?
Absolutely incredible.
Well, keep it up. This is fun. Thanks for joining us. Not every day you find somebody that throws 19 feet. As a matter of fact, there's only a few in the history of the world.
There's a lot that goes into making sure that this is accurate. So it takes time to make sure the guys have the exact right measurements.
So Mark, you say we're not going to just give the road record and $5,000 for a pretty close attempt. It actually has to be the real deal.
It has to be. bar is set at 19.7, Bill.
That was confirmed by Steve Slater. This is accurate and the exact height for a new world record.
New world record. I'm hoping that he didn't cool down. There was a lot of time in between that last throw.
Well, Mark, like yourself, being a world-class athlete, Hafthor knows how to stay right where he needs to be. He's going to rev it back up, wrap his wrist back up, get fired up, get where he needs to be, and break the record.
Get the bagpipes playing again.
Oh, that's awesome, isn't it? Mix my hairs, stand on in.
I'm easy to fire up, though. How y'all feel about the bagpipes? Well, that's doing something. I'm feeling some kind of weight. All right, guys, let's hear it.
All the power from Hafthor Bjornsson against this 56-pound weight over the bar.
He wants your support. More.
Power. Icelandic power. Now that was the world record by a lot.
That would have been good from 20. Unbelievable. Hafthor, can we get a word with you? Champ, can we have a word with the mountain? Can you tell us like what you felt as you approached the bar? Did you have the confidence that you were going to be able to do it, or you just wanted to get out there and let it and feel it?
To be honest, it's been a hard 2 days. My body feels beat up. I was a bit nervous going into this, but I know I have the strength, and so I went for it. I'm very happy to break my own record. I want to thank you people, all of you, for showing me support. It means a lot to me. You guys made me make that record today. You gave me energy. So thank you all.
I know you're tired and you've had a lot of activity the last 2 days. You always have time to think back, like, maybe I made a mistake or I could have done something better. Is there something today that you felt like, you know what, maybe I could have done that better, or I should have prepared, or anything like that?
I mean, if I look back, into day one on the Arnold Classic, yes, I was disappointed about myself with the frame care and the yoke, but I did my best. Brian Shaw came in an amazing shape. He's a great athlete. He was the better man, and I wish him and his family congratulations.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much. You're a champion to me.
Hathor, I just got one question. Because I threw that huge weight over a tall bar, with the ease that you threw it today for your own world record, honestly, how high could you actually throw that weight over the bar? What do you think you could do?
That's a good question. I guess we just have to see. I'll come here every year. I'll break the record again and again until I max myself out. We'll see. Good. I feel good. You know, I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better every year. I'm not yet, you know, peaking. So I'm excited for, you know, for the next few years.
Well, thanks for that answer. It still doesn't tell us all what we want to know. We think you're good for about 21 feet. Keep it up, Hathor Bjornsson. Great job. World record today. World record breakers.
Thank you very much to Road for allowing us to have this platform and also for supporting the Arnold Strongman Classic and Strongman. Thank you very much, guys.
We'll see you next year. We love the Arnold Schwarzenegger Classic.